The opinions expressed on the X and Y Show are the sole opinions of the host. Please note, there is no intentional desire to offend any member of the listening audience. With that said, if you still feel offended, tough shit.
It's time for the X and Y Show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y Show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y Show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings, and greetings. Welcome to another segment of the XY Show, and I'm your host, Roosevelt. Welcome back. October is over. Halloween was yesterday, and I dressed up as a guy who had a cucumber in his pocket. I'm just kidding. Oh my goodness! But I hope y'all had a safe Halloween. I hope nobody got arrested. I hope nobody got DUIs. This year is flying by. You know, when Halloween passes, like a couple of weeks, a couple of hours is Thanksgiving. And another hour after that is Christmas. And then next thing you know, we're watching the ball drop. So I try to enjoy this season as much as I can. It's kind of hard here. It's so goddamn hot. But I've made a decision. This is my last winter or fall, whatever you want to call it, here in, Miami. I'm getting the fuck out of it. It's too damn hot. Fuck this shit. Middle of November is 90 degrees. That don't make no goddamn sense. This is crazy. But I'm going somewhere. I'm looking up some places now. I said Atlanta, but I'm only thinking about at least two other places to see if I might want to. Because the next place I move, that's it. I'm not moving anymore. But it has to be somewhere with a change of season, and where the cost of living is not crazy as hell either. So. A lot plays into that. So I'm currently searching now. But this is my last autumn/winter in South Florida. Fuck this. Anyway, getting forward to, can't wait to Thanksgiving. When I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck about Thanksgiving. But now, as I get older, Thanksgiving is very important. It's the second most favorite holiday of mine. Christmas, of course, being number one. So I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving. Time to spend time with family. And then the day after, go get the Christmas tree, baby. Christmas is coming. Yeah. Some of you, I've seen in some stores, they already got Christmas shit up. I haven't seen Christmas tents up yet, but I know they're coming. So I love this time of year. I love, everybody not acting so damn silly. It's just a little better, a little bit more human. And I love this time of year. It'd just be a lot better if it was like 40 degrees outside, Oh shit, I'd take 50, with a little snow. But it is what it is. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get to two letters. This was from Brad. Question 1. Heard your episode on buying a house together as a couple. Do you really think that's necessary? Well, Brad, I think that it is. In my opinion, it just forms a lot of potential issues. Most of the time, or a lot of times, the guy already has a house, and when he gets married to a woman, she moves in with him. Now, that's not the case with everybody. Sometimes the man and the woman has a house, and they both choose, and she might choose to go with him, or they might choose to go with her, depending on who has the better house. So, but my point is, I think that when you get married, I think you should make that decision together. It's like, we bought this house. It wasn't my house. It's our house. Now, sometimes, economics don't permit that. So, a thing that you could do if I was, like, for example, for myself, if I was to get married and my name was on the deed, then I'd put her name on the deed. Because that's our house now. It's showing that, we're in this together. And I think that vice versa. If a man moving with a woman, she should put his name, if they're not going to buy a new house together, she should put his name on the deed. Because at that point, it's not her house. It's our house. So I think that's very important. A lot of people don't think that's important because you're married and we're in this together. But, that's bullshit. Because, we're all human. And we're in a house that we had no, thing with, no interaction with actually purchasing the house. Then we don't feel a sense of ownership. That's not our house. It does matter. So, yes, I think it's very important if you're a couple to buy a house together, or if you can't do it at this time, I think the other one should put the other party on the deed. So that shows a sense of ownership of you both, not just one. Now, I know a lot of you saying, well, Michael Jordan's wife didn't, well, that's different. I'm not talking about rich motherfuckers. That's a whole different scenario. I'm talking about regular day-to-day folks, middle class, poor class, such thing. I'm not talking about affluent individuals in society. They live by a total different set of rules. So, do you really believe that if LeBron James and his wife got married and his wife already had a house, that he would actually move in her house? Come on. Let's get real. So, yes, Brad, that's very important. All right. So let's move to question number 2. This is from Lori. Heard your episode on men being in charge and taking the role of leadership within a family. I totally disagree. You really believe that men should lead a family? Me and my husband have been married for 6 years, and I am the leader. He's totally fine with it. Well, Lori, that's fine. And, however, I do believe that men should be leaders of the family. It was designed that way. That's the way it should be. Now, I'm not saying that a man, whatever a man say goes, and the women should be totally obedient. No, I'm not saying that. But as a leader of the family, that is the role of a man. And I believe that the reason why we're having a lot of problems in society, because men are not taking the role as a leader in the family. There's no men leading the families anymore. Or you have weak motherfuckers like your husband who are allowing the women to take the leadership roles, and the roles are fucked up in the house. So when you have children, they see this fucked up role. Your daughter saying, "Oh, well, I should be in charge, not my husband. Daddy's not in charge of mommy, so I want a man like that." And she'll grow up looking for a weak motherfucker. And if she can't find him, then she'll probably never get married. Or if she do find one, then she'll continue the cycle of marrying a weak motherfucker and, living happily ever after, I guess. And the vice versa. Your son will see that it's okay to be a weak motherfucker. He'll grow up and thus continuing the cycle and not being a total leader of his family and having problems in society that we're currently having. I really believe that all the problems in society that we're having, a lot of it is because there are no men or not enough men in the households in their correct roles. They're not leading. Either they're not there or they're there and they're bitches. So I totally disagree with you, Lori. I think that men should be the leaders of a family. So tell your men to grow a pair of balls, get some nuts, and stop letting you lead. That's not the way it's supposed to be. You can tell him I said that, or you can let him listen to this. Don't give a fuck. I tell it like it is on X and Y. I don't hide shit from nobody. So, anyway. All right, without further ado, let's get into tonight's episode. And tonight's episode is family support really important after major life milestones? Is family support really important after major life stones? Well, absolutely. I think that support from the family is very important. I think that it's something that can't be bought. It's something that, is immeasurable. And, when I was younger, I didn't believe this. I thought that, it's not that I didn't believe it, but it was like, it wasn't that big of a deal. But as I grow older, I see that it is. It's a very big deal to have actual support from your family. And I think that that is also a large problem that we're having in society currently. There are a lot of kids out there who grow up and never get support from their family. Never been told, son, I'm proud of you. Never been told, daughter, I'm proud of you for getting that A. Son, I'm proud of you for making those tackles on the field. I'm proud of you for getting promoted in the ROTC. I'm proud of you for winning the debate in the debate club. Whatever it is. At that current point in time, it was a major life milestone, something that they'll never forget in their lives. And it's very important that they get support from their family to show that, hey, I see what you're doing, and hey, I'm behind you, and even though you didn't win, I'm still supporting you. Good job, son. Good job, daughter. So parents, you should always tell your children that I'm proud of you. Good job, son. Good job, daughter. It's very important. Very important. I grew up, and my parents kind of old school, so they didn't say it too much when I was younger, but as I grew older, they said it sometimes, and they alluded that you did a good job and stuff like that, and that made me feel very good. So I think it's also a subjective thing. Some kids need it more than others. Billy might not need to hear that much as Tommy. Or Tommy might not need to hear as much as Carol. But all kids need to hear it. They need to hear it. And a lot of times parents will, they say, well, I'm paying the bills and I'm buying his shoes, you know. That instrument that he's playing with in the band, I bought that saxophone for him, so he should know that I support him, you know. Or the girl, you know, I bought her new dress for a debate. You know, I bought it, so she should know that I support her. I just bought her a new dress for a debate class. You know, for a debate with a major school or some shit, you know. I don't know. You know, so a lot of parents think, well, I'm buying all this shit, so they should know that I support them. Right? But that's not the case. Just because you bought his glove that he's using while he's playing baseball, you know, it doesn't translate into your supporting him. Not to him, you know. But does translate in, hey, son, that was a good catch. I'm proud of you. You did good in this game. You know? Or your daughter, who you bought those new $200 goggles for her swimming, you know. Don't think that just because you bought those $200 pair of goggles that she should say, okay, well, my parents support me. No. What you're supposed to do is say, hey, little girl, that was a good swim you did. That was a good swim. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. That's what's important. You know, I tell you what, what's even more important, you can buy her a $10 pair of goggles. Now, they probably won't work as well, but, you know, listen, hear me out. You can buy her a $10 pair of goggles and you can say, I'm proud of you, and show a lot of support for her, and be at every swim meet. That'll mean a lot more than you buying that $200 pair of goggles and never showing up to a swim meet. It'll mean a lot more. Trust me. Trust me on that one. You know, I have a friend that I went to high school with. Actually, I've known Cedric since, I guess, elementary, like maybe 6th grade or something. Cedric Todd. I don't know if Cedric listens to my show or not, but if he hears it one day. You know, Cedric Todd, better known as Snag, because he don't have front teeth. No, I'm just kidding. He has all his teeth except for one, so that's why we call him Snag. But anyway, you know, from the time that Cedric has a son, and his son played, he still plays football, actually. And I noticed from the time that his son was born and he got old enough to play Pop Warner football, you know, when he's 5 and 6 and stuff, and 7 and 8. And, you know, as he grew up through the years, middle school, high school, Cedric always said, when he used to post stuff on Facebook, I'm proud of you, son. You know, and I used to see that. I was like, wow, damn, that's good. You know, he used to always say that. I'm proud of you, son. All the way from you know, from the time that his son was like 6 or 7, real young, you know, start playing sports up till now where he's like a freshman or sophomore in college. He always said, I'm proud of you, son. No matter what he did, you know, did a good block or did something good in the football game, or he won state, or his team won state in the football game. He got a scholarship, whatever the case was. Cedric always said, I'm proud of you, son. That means a lot. And I know it means a lot to his son. I mean, just hearing those words, and I'm sure Cedric supported him in whatever he needed, you know, new cleats, mouthpiece, or, you know, gloves, whatever the case may be. I'm sure Cedric bought all that shit for him. But he still made sure that his son knew he was proud of him. That's very important. You can't measure that. And that's something that son will never forget for the rest of his life. You know, he always will know. He always will know that his father was proud of him for his accomplishments. Very important. Very important. So, and you know, it's not just for immediate family; it's for all family. You know, for your cousins, nephews, grandparents, all, it's your family is important. They get that support. And if you notice that families that have that strong support, their families are so strong. You know, it's like, when somebody graduates, everybody there. It's like, when somebody gets a promotion, everybody's there. When somebody have a kid, everybody's there. Or their kid does something and he's going to gymnastics championships or baseball or kickboxing, whatever. Everybody's there to watch. We're all supporting you. We're proud of you. That's very important. So parents, I can't stress how important that is. And it don't matter what your kids do. It doesn't have to be sports. It can be something purely, educational. Maybe they won a debate in their state. Or maybe they won the chess competition. Maybe they made the dean's list. It could be something totally different from sports. It doesn't have to be sports. Whatever they do. Maybe they drew a picture that won an award in the state fair. Whatever they do, I'm proud of you, son. I'm proud of you, daughter. Showing your support by just saying those words, it goes a long way. What also goes a long way if you actually be there to show your support. Be about it. You know how important that is for a kid to see their parents or their cousins or brothers and stuff like that. They're playing a football game and they damn near the whole family there. Or they get married. Well, not married, because usually a wedding, everybody show up. Especially if it's open bar. So everybody will show up for a wedding. So I'm not saying that. Even though I will say, I'm owning up to my flaws as well. I had a cousin. Her name is Chelsea. She got married, and I didn't go to her wedding. It wasn't because it was different though. It wasn't because now I would have gone to a wedding, but at the time when she got married, I have a job, and so I didn't have money to buy her a gift, so I didn't go. Because me personally, I don't think it's right for you to go to a wedding and eat all the food and drinks and don't bring them shit. So that's just me. But now I would go just to show, hey, I'm proud of you, cuz. So, and I know there's a lot of reasons that we fall short in that sometimes. But sometimes there's no reason. Sometimes it's just pure laziness. Just being total inconsiderate to the other person's feelings. So we have to we all have to be better in that. Especially parents. Especially parents. You have to support your children. You have to support your offspring in their milestones and what they do. I'm not a parent, and I know that. Damn, you should know this. You have to do this. You have to show support to your children. So when you show support to them, when they have children, guess what? They're going to show their support to their children, your grandkids, and so on and so on. It continues a cycle. But if they grow up and never hear those words, I'm proud of you, or they're not going to say that to their children. Now, some might break the cycle, of course. There's always exception to the rule. But the chances are they're not going to say anything to their kids in that regard. Because they wasn't brought up that way. They never heard it, so it's not natural to them. So, it's very important to get support from family. And, I'll tell you a little thing. I won't get too specific. Even myself, recently went through something as of this topic. And, I achieved a major milestone. And I'm going to just come out and say it. I didn't get support from my family on that major milestone that I achieved. And I must also admit, it was surprising to me because, I thought that I would have received more support than I did. And, and I want to make it clear, it's not that I don't believe my family love me or anything. My family loves me. And they've done a lot of things for me in the past. So I don't want to relay the wrong message that I feel unloved. That's not what I'm saying. But, in the milestone that I completed a few months ago, I didn't get any support from my family. And I'm going to tell you something, that really, it hurt. And it woke me up. It was like, God damn, what did I do? It was a major milestone, something that I achieved, and it's something that I won't be doing again because that shit was hard. And so there's no, I'll go next time. A lot of you, parents fall into that trap. Well, I missed today's game, but I'll go next week. I missed today's debate, but I'll see it next time they have it. I missed the championships this year, but I'll go next year. And what ended up happening, you never go. That's what, that's what is, end up happening. You never go. It's something that can't be taken back. It's something that can't be corrected. When they grow up, as they get older, it's too late. You can't go back to their 10th, when they was 10 years old and playing in the small leagues championship. You can't go back. You can't do a do-over. Once it's gone, it's gone. You can't correct it. That's something that they'll never recover from. So we have to be careful. As a family, as a strong family, we should all support each other. No matter what the milestone is, it's major to the person that achieved it. So it should be major to the family as well. Maybe it was in medical school. Maybe it was plumber school. Okay. I'm proud of you. Okay, you're not going to be a doctor, but you're going to be a police officer. I'm proud of you, daughter. Oh, well, you didn't get an A, you got a B. I'm proud of you. We have to start supporting one another, especially you parents. You have to support your children. You have to. You have to start the cycle off like it's supposed to be. Let your children know that you support them. I'm not talking about buying them the best glove or buying the best goggles or the new Jordans, for getting an A. I'm going to buy you these shoes. He know I love him. He know I support him. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about letting your son and your daughter know that you are proud of them. It's very important. You don't know the power of those simple words. I'm proud of you. Parents, get better. Support your children because it is important. And to answer that question, is family support really important after major life storms? Absolutely. It is important because having that support and the memory of that support will last a lifetime. The positive memory. And unfortunately, the negative memories of having no support, those memories will last a lifetime as well. And that's something that we all should strive to prevent from ever happening. Support your family. Support your children. It's very important. All right. Hope you enjoyed tonight's episode of X and Y Show. Be sure to check it out on every avenue that you're most comfortable with. I'm currently on iTunes. I'm on TuneIn. I'm on Stitcher. I'm on Castbox. I'm on Blueberry. I'm on Spotify. And I'm on iHeartRadio. And my main broadcasting platform is from Spreaker. So you can find me on all of those. Be sure to subscribe and let me know how you're liking the show. And that'll be great. Also, I'm on social media. I'm on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can find all of that on my website, which is www.thexyshow.com. www.thexyshow.com. You can find all my social media and all my platforms there. Be sure to follow, subscribe, let me know you love me. There's also X and Y store, where you can buy a shirt or what else I got in there? Do I have coffee mugs? I think I changed it up in there. I got to go back in there and change it. But I know I definitely have shirts. I have shirts for Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas as well. And I'm going to put some new stuff in there just for the holidays. So be sure to check out the X and Y store. I also have a contact form where you can say hello. You can say anything you want to say to me. Say constructive criticisms, any episodes that you'd like to hear, or any questions that you have. Be sure to write me there, and I would definitely try to get back to you. Appreciate you giving me your feedback. So be sure to check out the contact form as well on my website. Again, www.thexyshow.com. That concludes another week of the XY Show. And I will see you next week. And I want you all to remember, you cannot have love without X and Y. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on, or not.